Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a VOD review with one of my students. You can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's up? I'm Straisin. I'm a low master ADC main, like playing Jhin, Varus. Uh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, right now, actually, I forgot to open the screen share, so I'll do that right now. Okay, so just from looking at the team comps, hold on. Okay, that's better. Just from looking at the team comps, do you usually have like an idea of how you're gonna play the 2v2, or do you just go in blind?
Um, yeah, I mean, I did think about it.
Mhm.
Like, this lane there's Aphelios Senna, so I feel like we're probably going to get outranged like at the earlier levels
Yes.
pretty heavily. So I actually like end up going boots for pot start, which a little bit questionable, but
Mhm.
I think it worked out in this case. Not to spoil anything, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that's good. I mean, honestly, I don't mind the boots for pots. It's mostly because, okay, if your support had barrier, for example, I would not want you to go boots for pots because, not sorry, barrier, guardian. If he had
Mm.
guardian, your lane would be much easier. But because he went unsealed spellbook with domination secondary, you're gonna be super fucking squishy. Um,
So,
and so, yeah, what's supposed to happen in this lane is Bard is supposed to take autos from the Senna and trade with the Senna when you walk up to auto, and then you'll have to deal with the Aphelios poking you out. But because your Bard has weaker runes, you're gonna take more poke. It's just kind of how the lane matchup is gonna go. So
mm,
other than that, if they play it well, they do have a sustained advantage on you. So the boots for pots is definitely going to help. But other than that, I don't think there's too much to say. You do also have really good gank setup. So comparing
mm,
your bot lane to their bot lane, I would definitely, I would definitely want to be the jungler for the Jhin Bard rather than the Aphelios Senna. Um, but leading into that, do you think your bot 3v3 is winning, or do you think their bot 3v3 is winning?
um, hmm. I guess when you say 3v3, is that like
With the
when
jungler.
they're counter ganking or when we're
Well,
counter ganking?
just think about it like this: your support, and the jungler versus their ADC, basically their counterparts. You can choose whether or not you go first. You can choose whether or not they go first. Do you think that's winning if you go first? Do you think it's winning if they go first? What are your thoughts?
I feel like it's winning as long as we don't go on Bel'Veth because I feel
Mm-hmm.
like we have good amount of lockdown for both Aphelios and Senna, but even if I get the root off, I feel like the damage reduction from Bel'Veth is just gonna make it so we're going to lose out on a like front to back.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, the only thing I would add to that is be very careful when you dive forward. Okay, so basically, your champions need to walk forward to be able to kill anybody. If you try to kill the Senna,
Mm.
Aphelios and Bel'Veth are gonna kill everybody. So just make sure you don't overextend. I had a session yesterday with a student where their jungler came bot and over chased and got all three of them killed two times in a row. So that's kind of like the worst case scenario. If you all move forward and you're stuck autoing the Senna, their ADC and their jungle are gonna basically triple kill you guys. So just be careful of that. And your DPS is much lower than theirs. Okay, so just
Yeah.
warning you about that. Other than that, no, not really anything else. So let's get into the game. I think that's pretty decent overview. And okay, actually, level one, do you think you can do something? Do you think they can do something?
Um. So I actually play a lot of Aphelios, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like him not having like ability level one
Yes.
makes our level one uh potentially stronger
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have lethal tempo. I don't know. I know Senna level one's pretty good, but yeah, I feel like Jin level one feels very strong, and
Mm-hmm.
you know,
So
yeah, I feel like we would. win the level 1 trade.
Okay, so that's good. Because, okay, wait, I low-key, I was asking, I misphrased my question, but that answered a next question I was going to ask you. But I meant like in the level 1, like 5v5, like do you think you can invade? Do you think they can invade?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. I should have phrased it like that.
Oh, that's a hard question.
It is a hard question. Yeah.
Because like we just sort of run at them unless like we get like Bard Q into Jin W, but even that's like they could just flash it. Whereas like I don't know, I feel like if the question is like, is there a point to invading? Maybe no, yeah, like 5v5, I feel like we might be stronger. I'm not sure.
No, that's good. Okay, so your apprehension of going in level 1 is good. Okay, your champions don't have a good level 1, and their level 1 is also really bad. So that's kind of what the answer I was looking for. But there's a reason why your level 1s are so bad. So number 1, Aphelios for them is really weak early. Okay, so level 1, he basically doesn't have a spell, but you have an Echo level 1, right? He's gonna W start, and unless you get a literal stun on Bard and then a stun on Echo, like it's not gonna work out. just leave it to be. So the reason why I did that little check is because some games, like for example, if they had, I don't know, like Volibear Nautilus, right? You should be scared, right?
Yeah.
And those situations might end up making you lose summoners. So that's kind of what I was going for. But you ended up answering my next question, which is, whether or not you can do something level 1.
Yeah, this was rough. I think W trying to call out the flash early, but then I just never use it.
Okay, so
if I could Q, we would have killed her.
Hold on, let me pull up Epic Pen so that this is an easier visual experience for you. Where is this thing? Okay, there you go. So right now, your Echo is pinging onto the Senna, okay? And you're hitting the Aphelios. Who do you think you should be hitting from the start and why?
I think I could get away with like 1 auto on Aphelios and then start hitting the Senna, because like Senna's out of range right now. And I don't know, I guess I have fewer bullets for Senna before I have to reload that way. I think I should be hitting the Senna.
Yeah, I mean, you got the right answer. It's just the way. Okay, so the reason why, because I didn't get this at first too, but basically like if their support or whoever it is, if it was the ADC or the support, end up here in the lane in a level 1, you always want to hit the person that's furthest from the turret because it gives you a higher likelihood of killing them, right? So like obviously like the range for Aphelios to go to turret versus the range of Senna to go turret, like this one's obviously a lot longer for Senna. So it's just because of that. It's not because like it's not because you shouldn't deal damage to the Aphelios, it's because you can kill the Senna.
Yeah.
Okay. So
like, it doesn't matter if the Aphelios hits any one of us. Like,
exactly.
It's not going to be able to kill us before we kill the Senna. So.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. So that's a really good understanding. And then, okay, right here in terms of starting W, I wouldn't recommend W starting unless you have like a hard CC or you really think you're going to land the W, because Jin W is not easy to land. Like, you know this, right? Like,
yeah,
without any CC, like it's kind of unlikely for you to land the W. If you think you're gonna W off of the Bard Q, then I understand that. But in this scenario, you don't even need to W. You would just auto Q auto and then kill her.
Yeah, I think we would have just guaranteed it if I Q'd him, because he had like 30 health left.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's not the worst, but it's also like, it's actually pretty decent for you, because remember when I said if you engage on the Senna, like you have to be scared of them, you know, the ADC and the jungler coming to kill you? Well, now if Senna doesn't have flash and Echo and Bard have flash, Guess what happens when Echo and Bard come bot side the next timer? Senna's gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
Okay, so losing flash in a so whenever this is like a general rule, if you lose flash in a 2v2 where you're one ranged, one melee, one range, one melee is a lot better to lose your flash than two range, two range versus two range, because range champions usually are weaker early and they require more exp to be able to scale. So if you die for the next 5 minutes, the game's going to be hard. Okay. So
Never thought about it that way.
yeah, because right now you blew your flash to kill the Senna. The same thing I said about the Senna, they can do to you now if you're not paying attention to it. Okay, like if the Senna gets a W, or for example, Aphelios blue purple, he can just auto you and then Senna W's, and they just have like the longest CC ever on top of your head, and you have no flash, right? So it's going to be pretty hard. Aphelios can also flash auto you, so it goes both ways. So just be careful of that. And then after that, holy shit, what is happening? Let me just play this out. Oh. Okay, well, he E-started, which is... Wait, did he E-start earlier? I don't think he did. Okay, he did, so I'm trolling. Regardless, Echo E-start is like pretty shit for his clear, I think. But it's not your clear. Oh, wow. Okay. It was a good reaction. Okay, I don't really need to explain why you ended up turning around and taking an auto from the Jhin, because you did it without me even having to like say it, which is really good. But okay, in this picture, what's your goal? Because you always, okay, whenever you go higher in rank, every player has a goal of what's about to happen in the near future. So that's whether that's like in one wave or two waves, you're gonna have to know what you want to do so that you know you're pushing the waves with a plan in mind. Okay.
I want to get me and Bard level 2 before either Senna comes back to lane and gets enough EXP for level 2, or before even like Aphelios is able to get level 2.
Okay, so
that's no, I guess I should be zoning him out of melee creeps because Senna isn't there right now.
You kind of answered it. Is just okay. If you run at the Aphelios right now, how do I explain this? Okay, out of you and your Bard, who would you rather run at the Aphelios and why?
This might be the wrong answer, but I want to say Bard because I have my autos, and you know, if he autos him and gets a Q off, then I could try and follow that up.
No, that is the right answer. Yeah, that is the right answer. But it's also because of your HP condition. So number one, Bard engaging onto the Aphelios makes your W 1,000 times better, right? Because you need a slow or something to make your W effective. And then number two, it's the HP bar differences. So he needs to trade like this much HP, and the Aphelios is going to drop to this, you know?
Gotcha.
So the next time you see this picture, I want you to think like, what is the best way that I can punish this Aphelios? Because his HP bar without pots versus you having boots 4 pots, he has to take a loss. Whether that's a minion loss or like a death, those are the two main things that I'm looking for right now. This is not something I want to see. You're 2 people right now, and he's level 1 with no pots. Like, this is not allowed. So just be a little bit careful of that. So the way to do that, by the way, is to ping just spam ping on the Aphelios to fight. Your Bard's going to get it. And he's going to just beeline for the Aphelios. But I want you to be very careful with using your abilities here, because the faster you push this wave, the faster the wave is going to end near their turret, right? Okay.
And they get it for free.
Yeah. So think about it like this. your W hitting one minion is one auto attack. So this is one, and then this is also one, right? So you basically just autoed the wave 3 times with your W. Every single one of your autos, instead of the wave being here, which it is right now, you push the wave 1 time, 2 times, and then 3 times. And then you had already autoed the wave a couple more times. So the wave, basically, every time you auto the wave, it's going to be pushed back a certain amount, okay? So be very careful. You should be last hitting these minions, not pushing it.
I see.
You should be... yeah, sorry, go on.
I think it's a bit of a force of habit whenever I get into lane. I like try and get prio as fast as I can, but I think I didn't recognize like Senna was really far, or like how Senna wasn't there, and we should be prioritizing just like bullying Aphelios out of lane. Like he doesn't have an ability.
Yeah. So okay, one way to really make that easy for you is there's multiple advantages in League. I'll just write them. Okay, well, I won't write them out, but because I can't write with this fucking pen thing, but I'll just say them with numbers. So the first one is the HP bar. So I'll write it, whatever. So it's like a condition type of advantage, okay? HP, mana. So in this case, you have a huge HP condition on them. So that's going to give you a marker like, oh, this Aphelios is not allowed to stand in front of me, right? And then number 2 is a numbers advantage. So I'll just write it like numbers. So because your Bard is here, he's now, instead of being here, he needs to stand here. Okay. And then the last one is, well, it's not the last one. There's a lot more.
Cooldowns.
There's a lot. So the ones that I'm going to be thinking of are abilities, but also like summoner spell advantages. Those are the most obvious ones. So flash and barrier. I did that in the wrong order, but regardless, you get it. Summoner spells. Those are the 3 advantages that I'm thinking of the most. And then there's like cooldown, so whether or not you have an ability, and then that also ties into level advantages, and then level advantages tie into our advantages, and then like, okay, so I'm just gonna stop there. But the thing I want you to remember, HP advantage, because you also have pot ticking, right? So right now it might not look like a huge HP advantage, but in about like 10 seconds you're gonna be up like 250 HP. And then numbers advantage. So those are the 2 markers I want you to look out for, where it's gonna tell you like, okay, I need to fight, or I have an advantage, now I can fight. Okay.
Gotcha.
So, and by the way, like, this is not me flaming you at all, because like I didn't know shit like this at all. Like it took me a lot of like trial and error to get these down. And the only difference between like you and a pro player is just experience. Okay, so don't worry about that.
Yeah,
nobody is like,
no worries at all.
yeah, okay, because nobody is inherently like just amazing at the game. Okay. Okay, so usually this is a skill called ability matching. So if you have a lane, like a support combo where if they land their ability, you have to W, you just always have to do it. So sometimes you'll see pro players just randomly Jin W, even though it's not like a kill, or it's not like a, I don't know, like a really good situation to do it. But think about it like this. Every time Bard Qs and you Q, instead of dropping the Senna to this HP, you're dropping her to this HP.
Yeah.
And then that slowly stacks. Yeah. So just keep that in mind. It's the same thing with like Karma. It's the same thing with like, same thing with Nautilus auto, same thing with Leona CCs, but you pretty much, you get it. But also it's really important for you to use your W, because you'll be Wing through the wave. And so all of these 2 minions, actually 4 minions, you'll be autoing at the same time. or you'll be damaging at the same time by doing this. Okay. You really do not want to give them prio, so, because whoever gets prio in a double range lane is going to just pretty much dog down the other person's throat.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So, oh my god, whoa. Okay, so you're doing something that seems like you're scared here. It's called like the wiggle, where you're just like moving back and forth, like trying to dodge something. But in this picture, the second your bard gets on your screen, do you have to be scared of the Aphelios?
Not really.
Yeah, because basically, like, okay, actually, let me ask, what advantage do you have versus the Aphelios?
Exceeds a lot of health.
Yes, and, yes. You have like double his health.
Higher damage right now.
Yes. So, in general, if you drop, okay, so if you trade HP, right, and you drop to this HP, and he drops to this HP, which one is worse? Is it worse for you or is it worse for him?
It's worse for him.
Yeah, because he's gonna have to take a reset. So in lane, you have two modes, okay? You're either looking to contest. So right now you'd be walking up as your bard is walking up, and you're not scared, right? And then number two is usually you're playing kind of scared. I call this not contesting. So it's just contesting and not contesting. You can think about it like aggressive and passive. But in my head, this is contesting the wave, and then this is receiving the wave, okay?
So should I just walk up and then auto queue the minions so that Aphelios can't auto me, I guess, without getting the grenade bounced on him?
So the ideal situation, yes, that is the what you want to do, but the reason why you can't do that is because of your bard, right? He's going to collect a chime or something. So he's, oh no, he literally just walked around and did nothing. So the reason why you can't walk up yet is because your bard isn't on the same line as you. In lane, there's these things called lines, like I don't know how to explain it, but like basically every one of these different lines says something different about your lane. And usually ADCs and supports, they want to be playing on the same line. So right now, this is the line, right?
Yeah.
You want to be playing up here, but until your bard is here, you can't do that.
Gotcha.
Okay. So it would just pretty much be matching the bard. So right now you want to walk in. I don't want you to be playing to the right side of the lane because obviously the sun is there, but obviously I'm going to say that, but the Q damage doesn't matter. I don't care about the Q damage because the Senna can always Q through the minions, and Senna Q is pretty much undodgeable if the enemy's good. What I want to see more is you having the intent to come and hit this guy, because this is not allowed. I'm watching this lane and I'm like, if you were the Aphelios in this situation, you would be scared, right?
Yes.
So go ahead, sorry.
I guess I'm thinking like if I were the Aphelios and the Jhin started walking up at me, right? I would switch to Green Gun, auto him, and then I don't think he would be able to get an auto off on me.
I see. Okay, so
but I might be. I guess I had boots, so that changes things. But
that also does change things. But remember, like, so what I was telling you was I want you to be contesting, right? But then I added the condition of you want to be on the same line as the bard. So until the bard reaches this area, you can't be in the contesting mode. You contest when you either have the same numbers or higher. So basically, like, if you are able to fight them on equal terms, then I want you to contest. Right now, your bard's not in position, right? So what you're going to do is kind of the wiggle you did, but you should be around here right now. Okay. So
Gotcha.
basically, as your Bard is coming back to the lane, you have to be a little bit in a more aggressive position, because Aphelios's range is like this, right? Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he swaps to his green gun, if he goes and tries to auto you, what happens when a champion autos you?
He stays in place.
Yes. And that would be really good for you, because if he stands in place, then it lets you auto him as well. See?
Gotcha.
Okay. So I like the Q angle. It was close. But the enemy should
definitely be playing way more aggressive.
Yeah.
It's like low as hell.
But it's easy for me to say this right now in hindsight. So don't be too hard on yourself, but remember, all these lessons are for the next time. It's not like you're not like a dog shit player. I'm not saying that. It's just everybody like has like a certain knowledge of the game, and the more knowledge you get, the easier the game's gonna get. Okay, also, so I haven't even talked about this yet, but junglers. Do you know where their junglers pathing?
Assuming, I have no idea. I usually just assume they start top side, so around like 3:30 I start like warding, try and keeping an eye out.
Okay, so a couple of things with that. It's good that you're looking to get vision, but there's sometimes when you have the information that the enemy is going to be top side on the 3:30 timer, I don't want you to be warding, because you're basically wasting your ward timer.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like as bot lane, you want to have the highest, I mean, as anything, at any lane, you want to have the highest uptime on your ward usage. But basically, the reason why I asked you, do you know what side their jungler's pathing to, is that it's because you're gonna decide how aggressive you're gonna play based on whether you know whether or not he's gonna be coming bot side. So right now, you told me you have no idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does that say to you if their jungler might be pathing bot, and where's your jungler going?
My jungler's pathing top.
Yes.
So
it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay. So if you have no information, I'm completely fine with you using your ward on the 3:30 timer or even earlier. Okay. But if you do have the information, I don't want you to be warding. So basically, your jungler is going to leave you, and there's a chance that their jungler is going to come. So now, once your echo crosses to the top side, you're now on an island, okay? Imagine your jungler is AFK and their jungler is ready to gank you at any moment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically on a timer, which is why I was like very, very forceful on you wanting to fight earlier, because now I'm scared for you. Now is when the Bel'Veths should be pathing towards bot side. But even then, I don't know yet. And now you have to back off, yeah. And so, okay, wait. I didn't see which side she. Okay, so she's pathing top. Merry Christmas to us. Okay, I don't mind the trades at all. It's really good. A couple of things. So while I was looking at the Bel'Veth, you walked up and traded autos. Let me think. Because it's good for you to trade HP, but you have to remember the Senna is the one with pots. The Aphelios isn't. Like, he doesn't have any pots. So the more you trade with Senna, the better it is for Aphelios, because he can farm for free. But it didn't look like you had an angle so to hit the Aphelios. So I'm fine with this. Now you're going to want to push the wave back. Both junglers are topside. Okay. So at this point, now that the wave is on your side, okay, wait. I don't want you to blow up waves like this, because right here, okay, the wave, if you don't touch it and you basically like last hit it, what I want you to do is I want you to last hit this minion with your last auto and then Q this one, okay? Reason being, the longer you wait for this wave to be like, basically this wave is going to come here and these minions are going to end up here, right? And so this is going to be where your wave is going to be. I'd much rather the wave be closer to your turret than be closer to their turret. Do you know why?
I mean, other than just like there being more distance.
Yes. You can run them down
from their turret.
Yes. They should be scared of pushing the wave into you, not the other way around, because you have CC that is more reliable than a Senna W and like, I don't know, Senna slow. So this is the timer where I want you to be thinking like, oh, I want to be ready to fight, and I want to be ready to run them down. This is kind of the same thing as like when you're playing Ashe, you kind of want the wave to be on the, well, if the wave is on this side of the lane and you're playing red side, right? It's really good for you because you can run them down. Same thing with Callista, same thing with Draven, same thing with you get it.
Yeah, I think this like highlights one of the things I want to get better at, which is like being more intentional with my actions, because I definitely like I will hold the wave at that spot because I know it's good sometimes, but sometimes I will just not, and like I want to get rid of that randomness from my game, because it you know, sometimes like I do a lot better than, or basically I'm inconsistent sometimes, I feel.
Okay.
Of that.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, being aware of the issue is like the first step, so you're on your way. It's just being able to like finally do that in game.
Yeah.
So okay, at this point in the lane though, because the wave is like here in the middle of the wave, you have to be a little bit more scared than if the wave was here, because he has purple, right? And remember what we talked about, you have no flash. And even though their jungler is topside, they can still try to run you down, because Aphelios flash auto is still like hardcore CC. Okay, so they fuck it up. Okay, this is what you talked about earlier, which is a ability, like a cooldown timer for them, right? So Senna used Q, Aphelios used Q on both, Senna used W, okay? So now what do you want to do? The second you see the screenshot.
I think I want to, I don't know, like Q crit the Senna, and then run at Aphelios because Barda's closer to him. Yeah,
so two things. Either, because, okay, this lane and Jhin in general, honestly, your WCC is a follow-up, right? So if the Bard Qs the Aphelios right now and he hits it, would you auto the Senna or would you auto the run to the Aphelios?
Totally go auto crit the Aphelios.
Yeah, exactly. So it depends on what your Bard is doing. So right now I'm like judging, which is good. Like what you did was good. You kind of spaced, but I want you to be able to space towards the Senna in case she like runs away, which is what she did. So now you Q auto. This is really good. But here, I don't want you to be scared. Reason being, Senna's cooldowns are down for another 5 seconds. This guy has cooldown for another 8 seconds. Okay?
Yeah, I think what I should have done is space towards, I mean, I can't like write on the screen, but space towards like the flag so that I'm getting away from the Senna, but being able to pressure Aphelios more. But then, I don't know, the wave is like, we have 3 range minions, so
yeah,
it's like, I'm not sure if I should be walking up at this point. Maybe I've just lost the chance.
So it's true that when like this, the wave is looking like this, so usually laners, whenever they kill the first 3 melee minions, they're gonna start trading on you, because now the caster minions and the melee minions are gonna try killing the full HP enemy caster minions, and so it gives you a window to fight. That was the window for them to fight, but remember, if you walk this way with your bard right now and pressure the Senna away, they still have to farm these minions, right? And if the Senna contests you, is that allowed?
No.
There you
Very
go.
far from Aphelios.
Yeah. This spacing is not allowed. So that's why I'm like saying like just be a little bit more like cognizant of what's it called? How people are able to walk up to you, because I feel like there's a lot of these guys are disrespecting your lane a lot. Okay. Blowing up the wave. So now they're just going to want to base. You want to try to prevent their base, but it's kind of hard. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, lots of action this game.
Yeah, this is... Okay. So they stopped their bases. So what does that say to you right now? What do you want to do now?
The jungler might be here.
So yes. Yes. But in terms of your 2v2, what does that say?
That we I don't know, that we need to look for a pick on one of the bot laners.
Yes, yes. Because that was their perfect timer to take a base, okay? Right now, they just pushed their wave in, and they had a chance to run into the bushes while you're CSing these minions and take a base. If they don't do that, and they give you a chance to CC the Senna while your Echo is coming in, it's going to be a perfect situation for you. So that's what I'm kind of thinking of right now. Obviously, it's kind of on your bard to land the Q. Really good. Pretty sure Aphelios has flash.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. Well. Okay. No. So right here, remember, right? Like,
Belveth.
Yes, their Belveth is like, even though you just made this play, it doesn't change the fact that the Belveth can still be around, right? So in your mind, you're still thinking like, there's a Belveth coming. I want you to be thinking that this entire time. So the Belveth could have been in the tri-bush this entire time, by the way. And then you guys would get triple killed. Just warning you. That's why I was like, Aphelios has flash. Like, he doesn't need to die. And then it would look really bad for you. But what you just did here is really good because the Senna is autoing you. So these minions are going to aggro onto her. And if she does that, the wave is going to push into you. So Aphelios, while he's dead, his wave is pushing into you. And yeah, and then you get a free fucking base timer. So number one, Belveth is in the area, so don't keep chasing. Number two, you already got the aggro on the minions, so you don't have to be scared. Like here, just run. That's it. That's all you need. I
never even thought about it that way. That is okay. Yeah.
So this is like also a little bit scary because I don't think you can kill her. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, so
this whole line is crazy.
Yeah, this is
considering Belveth.
Yeah, I don't know what Belveth is doing. So that's interesting. Pretty sure y'all should have died. But I guess the Belveth had other plans. Okay, so Philo still has flash. Senna's flash is now up. A good W. Okay.
I think I'm just trying to thin out the wave with that W at that point.
Oh wow. Oh wait, no, the Senna flashed earlier, didn't she? Did she not? Maybe trolling. No, she didn't.
She might have flashed off screen. No, I don't think so.
No, she didn't. Okay, well, I don't know. Their bot lane wants to die over and over again, so I don't know. If the Senna had flash here, she should never die, but you can blow the Senna's flash, because remember, blowing their flash in this lane is really good because they're double ranged. So right here, free kill. And so this is the picture I want you to be thinking of over and over again as Bard Jhin, okay? The wave is on, so look at the conditions. The Senna is walking up to this line, so you're going to be able to run her down, okay? Number 2, you have a numbers advantage. So now you're going to be able to kill whoever you CC. And then you get a Bard portal coming in. And now the gank is super fucking easy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how this 2v2 should be going on your side. And then they want to not have your jungler involved at all. Okay. Now we shove this wave and we force the... If the Velvet doesn't show, you should dive. Okay, so... Yeah, no, don't go... Okay, wow. Echo just did it himself. Okay, so this wasn't your play, okay? But I want you to understand what happened, okay? So you just killed their Senna, and Belveth right now, she was supposed to be bot side a minute ago, so where is she gonna be?
Top side.
Yeah. So if she's top side and Senna's dead, what should happen to the Aphelios?
Should die.
Yeah.
Get dove.
This is your play. You should be pinging for this. You should be pinging like push wave and then gank dive Aphelios. And so on the off chance, okay, because this can happen, I told you Belveth should be top side, right? Junglers, they can do whatever the fuck they want, okay? So if Belveth shows up and... Okay, so let me actually go to the timer where Belveth should show up if she's going to show up. So right now, okay, if Belveth shows in the corner of your screen right now, what do you think you should do?
Back off.
Yes. That's when you go to Drake if you want to do Drake. Because this like dive play is not possible if you're not able to one-shot one person. And mind you, if you one-shot the Aphelios, one of you guys is going to die for sure. So unless you're thinking like,
assuming Belveth's there, right?
Yeah, if Belva was there. And honestly, there's a possibility for you to have more people die on your side, so I would not recommend this dive. But yeah, so now the next time this happens, you're prepared. Like, I have a numbers advantage, and this guy's staying while their jungler is topside. So this is not allowed. So you kill that. And honestly, by the way, like, I'm not even joking when I say this, you can just kill the Senna again. Because Belveth is still topside, yeah.
Oh.
But okay, like you can do it, but like I wouldn't recommend it. But it would be funny to like see it happen. But anyways, you can push this wave and then go to Drake, or you can push this wave and take a base. I would honestly recommend pushing wave and basing, but okay. So your Echo just decided to invade, and there's no camps. Okay, that's fine. Take your base. It's really good. I don't know if this Belveth's been like AFK or something. I don't know what's going on. It's like 2 timers where she's supposed to be somewhere. Okay. You're 1v1 now. What do you want to do?
Pull the wave.
Well, I'm thinking more on the side of because you saw the Belveth top side, right?
Oh, should I set up for a dive?
Yes.
Like,
your Echo's been bot side. Okay, well, mind you, it's not going to be a good play for the Echo. Like he shouldn't want to be bot side for 2 minutes straight, but he's committing to giving up his top side camps to going for Drake, right? So already he's giving something up. If he's going to take Drake, you might as well set up a dive as well. So what I want to see from you is right now you're waiting to see where Senna goes because grubs are coming up. You saw Belveth top side. So you're just assuming Senna should be coming bot. Okay. Okay. Now Senna's mid. Belveth is top on grubs. This is your timer to like start fighting the Aphelios. And then spam ping on bot, and your Bard should come bot and kill the Aphelios. Same thing with Echo. So this is like free ass, like free like money that you could be getting. No, 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 no. So, okay. So the second I want you to think about it like this. The second your Echo commits to taking Drake, you have committed to giving up grubs. There is no, I'm going to go topside and fight the grubs. Okay?
Gotcha.
Well, okay. The reason why is because Drake takes so fucking long to take that basically the enemy jungler should have a tempo timer to be able to clear the grubs as an exchange. Okay? So you have to know that this situation is called a cross map timer. Okay? So I'm going to open up Rift Kit just to make this a little bit more visually appealing. But basically, hold on. Okay. Basically, your jungler's here, support's here, enemy support's here, and enemy jungler's here. Okay. If you're spending 40 seconds or like 30 seconds clearing this Drake, and Bel'Veth is walking up to the grubs, right? If you try fighting and catching up to the grubs, do you think you're going to make it in time?
No, not at all.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't make it. If the fight is going upwards, you won't be able to make it in time. And you might have a timer to have to hit Drake with your Echo because Drake just takes so long to take. So I want you to think about it like that. Also, your Bard's dead. So that's even a bigger reason to not want to go topside. So you're moving to mid.
I'm looking for here. I think I'm
I mean, this is like a classic this is a classic play to like play for the Rift Herald, but I want you to realize, okay, think about it like this. You know how people say like League is like chess, right?
Mm-hmm.
So taking an objective like this is a huge timer, okay? That's what we call a tempo timer, okay? So you used up your tempo timer, right? You move the queen to mid, okay? Or the king to mid, okay? That was their whole timer, okay? So now they get a timer to move their jungler, their rook, whatever you want to call it, okay? Mm-hmm. So if you move up, unless you are literally like super fucking fed and you can do both things at the same time and make it up in time, I would not recommend doing this. Okay?
Gotcha.
Another thing that takes a tempo timer would be like the dive bot. So when you dove bot with Echo and dove the Aphelios, the reason why I don't like you rediving the Senna is because you would be doing 2 tempo timers in a row. Okay? So when you do that, the reason why it's bad is because Bel'Veth now gets to clear all of these camps.
Mm-hmm.
So always think about it like that. I commit to Drake, I'm not going to grubs unless I'm super fucking strong.
So what I'm doing here is basically reaching over the table and moving the pieces when it's not my turn.
Yes, exactly. Right? Yeah. So okay. It's good to want to be able to fight things, okay? Don't get me wrong. Like, it's good. Like, if you're super fucking fed, this is a great play. And, like, if your Bard didn't die, that's also a really good play. But because of those conditions, like, you cannot try to fight this.
Yeah.
And, like,
Aphelios is freezing bot now.
Yeah, I mean, the Aphelios can do whatever the fuck he want because he's basically, like, 1v0. But I'm going to be... Okay, so the Aurora died, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that from this picture, okay, so Aphelios is going to shove in an entire bot wave. You're going to lose an entire bot wave, okay? Do you think from this picture right now, okay, do you think Aurora should die?
What do you mean should die? Like, is he killable if he plays well?
Like, so yeah, basically, like, if you committed to this play, right? Are you committing to kill the Aurora?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think you can kill her from this HP?
Probably not the highest chance. I don't know if he has summoners or not, so I think
yeah, that's
going for it.
So you're doing this without knowing certain variables. I would not recommend making this play in solo queue. Okay, if you're 100% sure, okay, you can kill this Aurora because you know either she doesn't have flash or she doesn't have ult, right? I'm completely fine with you doing this. Like, that is a calculated play that you thought of in advance. But if you're not thinking about this in solo queue, giving up a 100% play, which is getting the entire bot wave for this play that might be like a 50% play, mind you, okay, I think you should be able to kill the Aurora. Okay, reason being, you're moving to this play, and so the Echo should know right now, let me not use my abilities on the Raptors. Okay, he sees this, he should not use a single ability on the Raptors. Okay, so you should have W, you should have E, and he should have Q. So what's gonna happen? Hui presses EW, and then you're gonna press WR, and right now there's an Echo on top of the Aurora's head. So you can kill this. You can kill this from the Hui's EW, but did you ping for any of this?
No.
Okay, so if you're not pinging your intentions for this play, it doesn't really make sense for me to like see you come to this play and execute it.
Gotcha.
Because I
definitely don't ping as much as I should. I think yeah, I never thought about pinging as like, I guess, something to be worked on, but that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you're playing champions with CC, by the way, like you're kind of forced to ping, because basically your W is a follow-up to engage, but it's still a CC, right? So if you're holding people in place, your damage dealers this game, which is these two champs, Garen and Echo, they should be able to deal damage on your CC. But if you don't ping it, they're gonna have no idea you're trying to engage. Okay. Honestly, on a lot of ADCs as well, it's a good habit to ping, but I want you to think about it like this. If your play is gonna involve someone else, which mind you is like 90% of plays in League, I want you to ping it.
Okay.
Because there's no way for your team to there's no way for your team to know that you're gonna do this play other than if you're pinging, right? There's no voice comms in League. Riot doesn't want us to be happy, so you have to deal with it and you have to ping. Okay. So this play ends up being good. And Aphelios doesn't push in your wave. So that's two really good things that happen for you. But obviously I would not say that that's like it should be a win for you. The result was good, but what should have happened was not. Okay. So basically you got the kill on the Aurora, and now Belveth killed Grubs, right? So what is she gonna do next?
I think she might base and come bottom.
Okay. So if you think she's gonna base and come bot, and your Echo runs the Krugs, right? Is he safe?
No.
Okay. So I want you to be able to think about that right now, because especially on timers, okay, especially on timers where you're not doing anything, because you're just walking to lane right now. I want you to like look at your Echo, right? He's low HP. Like, look at him and think like, is this guy actually allowed to take the red buff? We just saw the kill feed on for Belveth, right? On the Grubs. And she was topside for like an entire minute and a half. So now she's going to want to come bot side. If this Echo is walking here and you also don't know where the Senna is, like, see how that's like a recipe for disaster?
Yeah. I think I did ping him back, but I think I could have been more vocal about it.
I think you did as well. It's just, okay. If you know, okay, because you pinged and then the Belveth showed on Grub. So he's safe here, but
yeah, I see.
Yeah, if you're really confident, like these Krugs are off limits, like I want you to spam careful ping, because you know better about your support and the Aphelios ADC than this jungler does, because you were laning versus those champions, right? So you are always going to know more about your role then other like roles are going to know about your role. So you should always be willing to give that information to your teammates. Okay. So takes red buff. And he pings to dive bot. Okay. Okay, so a couple of things. Would not recommend diving this guy, because obviously, like I said, like Belveth should be reset to bot side. But also, the second your Echo walks this way, he fucked up the gank angle. Okay, because basically, if he doesn't end up behind the Aphelios, what is stopping the Aphelios from just walking it out?
Yeah, not much.
Yeah. And remember, in this situation, you should be thinking like, oh, there's a Belveth coming, right? So if you guys try to dive and it fails and Belveth is behind them, basically like your Echo's fucked, because the Echo's going to get his base canceled, you guys are going to get pushed out, and it's a bad situation overall. So I genuinely don't know where the Belveth is, so that's lucky for you guys, but I would not really recommend that. Okay, so you reset for item. Okay, let's see like one more play. I want to see if you can kill their ball in. Okay. So you took your base. Now Aphelios needs to take his base. So there's no gank timer for now. Belveth's top side. Senna doesn't show. Okay. Okay, Senna showed. It's kind of hard for you to fight the Aphelios, but maybe you can get a Q angle here. Okay.
Yeah, here I feel like I'm just bouncing waves and it feels like I'm wasting the ganks we got, basically.
I mean, right here, there's not much you can do because your Bard is leaving you. So a lot of the playability for your lane is off of Bard. The second he's gone, you can't really fight. Like you said earlier, like Aphelios outranges you, right? So how the fuck are you gonna fight him? Your 1v1 is not good. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And then also, your 1v1 is not good, and you didn't know whether or not the Senna was coming bot side, so it's not easy for you. But the only thing that I want you to ping is that you need Bard bot side. So if you know that you're losing 1v1, nice. Nice. Let's try. Okay, they're both dead. This one's kind of hard because you did everything right. But it was kind of just like the Senna inting. You just did it really like I don't know how to explain it, but like basically like she fought on the timer where she's not supposed to fight and you just punished her. So I honestly I have nothing to say like other than like good job. Because this this is literally the one timer where she can't walk up and she walked up and you killed her. You actually killed both of them. So yeah. No comments on that. I think the only thing I would say about this W, because okay, I think you're making the game a little bit hard for yourself when you W like this. I would recommend like Bard's autos do slow. That is correct. But if this Bard is going to get a Q anyways, I would probably wait for the Q or a more insured CC. Okay. Because how do I explain this?
Now it's doing nothing. The W.
Yeah. So, oh yeah. There you go. So, imagine your W is like a blitzcrank hook, right? Every time you throw it like willy nilly, it's gonna give this guy a timer to be like, oh shit, like let me just walk up now because you don't have a blitzcrank hook. So every time you throw your hook, I want you to think like, oh, it's gonna hit for sure, not oh, maybe it's gonna hit. Okay.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, I think if I held my W, I would have been in auto range faster. Like probably would have probably Bard might not have had to die.
yeah, I mean, okay, low key, I'm not gonna lie, your bard killed himself, but that's fine. That's fine. Like, I would just not. I would just be okay. Well, also the fearless flash. I don't give it that. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Bard also could have just ulted earlier so that he doesn't die. But regardless, that's not what matters. What matters is for your W to be like really really impactful. It's always more likely for me to see you W if you have like a 60% CC or slow, sorry, or a CC. Like if Echo Lens is W, then you're gonna W, right? Versus if Bard just auto attacks. But the later the game goes, by the way, the higher the Bard slow becomes with his auto. So I don't mind like, you know, like 20 minutes in, if Bard auto attacks for like fucking 40 to 50%, you can W off of it. But now it's not too much. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. So just from the top, I think one thing that would, or yeah, it's like a couple of things, but what I want you to focus on for your next games is what type of advantage you have. So in lane, when the Aphelios was walking up to you, you had two advantages, like two very clear advantages, but you did, because you didn't realize what advantage you had, you didn't do anything about it, right? So that's what's I think is holding you back. So I would recommend as homework for your next few games, just focus on condition advantage, numbers advantage, and then summoner's advantage. So those are three things, right? But in every game, you're not going to have always a condition advantage. You're not always going to have a numbers advantage, and you're not always going to have a summoner's advantage. So the reason why I'm giving those three is so that in game, it's easier for you to recognize these different ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna